The next Bitcoin price crash or Bitcoin death spiral could be from Michael Saylor being forced to sell Microstrategy's Bitcoin holdings. This is a rumor that is circulating in the market and is creating a lot of uncertainty. Even big channels like Andreou here is talking for a potential coordinated attack from the banks conspiring to destroy Microstrategy's holdings and buy Bitcoin cheaper. That was a real attack in October that we saw. That was from JP Morgan, the largest bank in the world, with Morgan Stanley trying to kick out from the system Microstrategy. And the truth of the matter is that the average person, the average investor cannot understand exactly what Michael Saylor is doing, because it's very complicated financial systems that he used to pour in tens of billions of dollars and buy more Bitcoin. So always there is a risk, always is the threat, but you need to know exactly what is the risk. You need to see the numbers, because just saying that is a risk there is too general, and usually that one creates uncertainty and fear in the people, and that one leads on restraints from making decisions and from taking advantage of something that no matter what happens, you still can take advantage and actually just profit more no matter what happened with MicroStrategy, because MicroStrategy will not define necessarily the future of Bitcoin, no matter the influence that has in the last 5 years. And definitely Michael Saylor has played a huge role on pushing Bitcoin adoption worldwide. Let's be honest, and he deserves credits for that. So now the uncertainty around MicroStrategy potentially being forced to sell its Bitcoin holdings, and this could create a domino effect, because that one can trigger the stock of strategy to go down, and then they need to sell more Bitcoin, and then create further uncertainty in the market, and that can create a huge downfall in the price of Bitcoin. But to be able to happen that, you need to understand first what is the current situation with MicroStrategy, or strategy, because that's the new name of MicroStrategy now, and how Michael Saylor, what is his strategies to handle this case. So far, strategy has $55 billion worth of equity. The market cap of strategy is $55 billion. The debts that own strategy is $6 billion. So there's a huge difference between $6 to $55 billion. And the obligations that strategy has for the next 2 years are $1.5 billion, or for 21.5 months. So strategy just a few weeks ago announced that they have raised $1.5 billion to pay their obligations for the next 2 years, which means that for the next 2 years, based on the current model, in the current holdings and the current valuation, everything, they are safe for the next 21 months from now, from the current moment that I'm shooting this video, but not necessarily forever, and not necessarily if they change their strategies from now on and they keep buying more and more Bitcoin and keep raising more and more from the market. So this is the thing that you should be aware if you are interested on seeing how they are playing and what could be there the potential risk. And also it's very important to understand on time, and if there is any possibility for strategy to be liquidated, not completely, but to start selling its Bitcoin, I could see this for the summer of 2027 to end of 2027. And I'll tell you why. Because the market has changed on the timeline, and what I mean with that is that the bull market that was supposed to happen in 2025, it never happens, or the business cycle, actually more accurately, that was supposed to happen in 2025 has been moved to 2026, which means we're going to see a top in the market by the end of 2026, which means that Bitcoin price will rally in 2026. So there will not be downfalls in the price to be forced for strategy to sell more. From the other side, then actually most possibly also Saylor will continue with its own strategies to accumulate more and more Bitcoin, which means raising more from the market to buy more Bitcoin. And if Michael Saylor continues with the same strategy, that one can change everything in 2026. So which means the obligations of strategy will increase more, and then in a potential drop of the price in the market, then actually banks can attack easier strategy. Now all the big banks, all the big institutions understands that Bitcoin is going to be the future, is going to be the super asset that they should take advantage right here and right now, and they are looking desperately how to manipulate the markets, how to accumulate more and more Bitcoin. We saw Vanguard 3 weeks ago announcing that they will allow now people to buy Bitcoin ETFs and other ETFs as well. So you see everybody, Bank of America, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Deutsche Bank, everybody's getting it. It's just a matter of time for them to accumulate everything. And this is the bad effect for the average investor who gets distracted from all this noise in the market and doesn't take full advantage of it. I personally am accumulating more Bitcoin. I am mining. I'm accumulating also by mining. I'm investing heavily on Bitcoin mining. I opened just this year 3 more facilities in United States and expanded this year, and I'm looking to expand more and more, hopefully up to 10 facilities in 2026. And actually I'm looking to accumulate more Bitcoin like never before. My strategy is buy Bitcoin at the current moment and for the next years, take loan against Bitcoin Bitcoin, invest in mining, buy more miners, more machines, generate more Bitcoin, put it back to reduce the LTV. I don't over leverage. I take loans between 30 to 50%, depend on the price in the market, the price of Bitcoin. I just accumulate more and more Bitcoin. And I understand that for you, when it comes to understand what the strategy will do and when it's possible to be, or if it's ever going to be liquidated or not, I understand that it's something that, may not feel so comfortable or really have the understanding of it. And you actually don't need necessarily. If you're just a long-term investor, if you're just DCA, you don't care about it. All you care is to accumulate more, have cash in the worst times in the market, to have more cash to buy, which means that if this ever happens and the strategy is forced to sell part of or big part of their Bitcoin holdings, not necessarily everything, of course, the only thing that would mean for you is that a huge blood in the streets, a huge drop on the market, and is a lifetime opportunity to just accumulate more and more like never before, because there is not anymore a single one entity that will define the future or destroy anymore Bitcoin. We saw from China attacking Bitcoin, the previous administration US attacking Bitcoin, nobody could kill it, and nobody's able to kill ever Bitcoin. And it's the most true, most ethical money on planet Earth right now. It's not just it's scarce, but it's the most transparent truth. It cannot be manipulated as every other currency is getting in the market right now. I'm not talking about our crypto, I'm talking about US dollar, euro, Great British Pound, and yen, and all the other currencies as well. So that has been proven. Is 16 years in the market. Don't get fooled from all the noise that is there in the market. Just focus on accumulating more and more like never before. By the summer of 2026, we will be able to understand more MicroStrategy's situation in that moment, if it's possible to be forced to sell Bitcoin. If I ever see that, I would definitely also do another video and update you guys. And if that happens, I want to make sure, if I can predict that, I want to make sure that I have a lot of cash, or as much as possible, to just take advantage of that. And that's the end of the story. So at the current moment, nothing is certain if MicroStrategy will be forced to sell its Bitcoin holdings or not. There are rumors, there are speculations, there are different conditions that if they are met or not met, they will be forced to. So for the next 2 years, strategy has its obligations covered. But if they keep on pushing further and raising more money from the markets and create bigger obligations, then everything will change from that time in the market. But still, again, guys, for you, it's just a noise. Just focus on the accumulating and nothing more. That's all I got for this video. I hope you enjoy it. Smash the like button, subscribe to this channel for more videos like this in the future. If you want to learn more about Bitcoin mining, you can check out also at my website, bitcoinmining.com. I'm the founder and CEO of Bitcoin Mining, and I wish you the best for 2026. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year.